Mitraaya, namaha. Welcome to VSPTenneti channel Energy Circles. And recently I read a post which says if you want to bless someone or if you want to heal someone, you can look at the water, ask it to heal and give it to someone and it will heal. And there are different kinds of healing methods available for us right now. And because of increased social media popularity or increased social media presence, there are different healing modalities that have come up, and there's I think a lot of misinterpretation and miscommunication is happening. So that gives a scope for people who want to market it. They will be like, oh, if I see a water and give it to you, you will become sick, or if I see water in certain way and give it to you, you will become healthy. How is that possible? How can a water glass heal you, or how can a simple technique like this will heal you? So this is a confusion people generally have. Does healing really affected by someone's look at it or some positive affirmations? Will that really matter? So suppose if I have to heal you, suppose you are sick, suppose you are having fever, and if I have to heal you, if I say you will be normal, your fever will go down, you will be healthy again and all. If I say that repeatedly, will that really work? So this is the topic for today. Will positive affirmations, or will this water healing, or is there any kind of healing that really heals people? So this is one thing which I wanted to address today. So once again, welcome to VSPTenneti channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe, and in case you want some topics to be discussed, please put it here in the comment section, and I'll be happy to take up and answer any positive topics you want. Right, so first is, do we really affect something by thinking positive or affirming something like I want to be healthy, I want to be happy, or look at water in certain way and give it to someone to heal them? So does this really work out? So based on my understanding and my reading, subject to change, you may ask me to give you references, I can give you references, but there's a subtle difference between just positive affirmations and certain methods to heal people. So if I take water and if I start chanting mantras or start talking positive and give it to someone, the healing process will not directly start away. There's a fundamental rule for any healing. You have to understand the disease, and you have to understand there are pro-healing factors, there are anti-healing factors. These two are very, very important for any healer, for that matter, any healer on this planet, right? There are pro-healing factors, there are anti-healing factors. Suppose water is important in their healing process, and if you give water, it will help them heal. Okay, this is a very, very important point you should understand. So there is a physical level, there is a psychological level, and there is energy level always. At physical level, water will form a vehicle to carry your mantra or positive charge or whatever affirmations you want to give. That is the physical level. The second level is a psychological level. Whenever you are healing someone, whenever you want to reduce the pain, reduce the fever, or reduce the disease, you need a vehicle. At the same time, you need a positive energy to join with it to help that person to heal. This is the second aspect. The third aspect is the energy level, which is the most important aspect, right? So general positive affirmations may or may not help. I don't say it doesn't help, but may or may not help. This is one important aspect. So generally, looking at someone and giving just I want you to heal and give water doesn't heal. But if you understand these three aspects, you will definitely understand the mechanism of healing. First is the physical aspect of it. Physical aspect, you should know the disease, you should know how it works and what is the diagnosis, diagnose the disease properly. Then then you will be able to heal it well. First is diagnosis, the physical aspect of it. The second is the psychological aspect of it, which will be really important for you to understand. The mind or the psychology or the subtle body healing is the most important aspect. So people generally think only the subtle body or only the positive affirmations which you are giving to the subtle body, the mind body is important. That is the most important aspect, but that is not the only factor. Okay, so first is body. You have to understand the disease. You have to understand the mechanism properly. Suppose someone is having fever, you should understand how thermoregulation happens, why there is a fever. Is it bacterial? Is it viral? Is it because of some kind of tumor in the body, or is it some kind of dip in the immunity? You have to understand the core of the disease. One thing. The second and the most important thing is psychological aspect. You have to understand for all the diseases, there is some kind of psychology or emotional aspect to it. This has been defined according to WHO. Pain is an unpleasant emotional experience. For that matter, all the diseases have an emotional component to it, right? So this is given as dual nature of pain, or some kind of any disease has a dual nature. One is the physical aspect of it, the other is the emotional aspect of it. Your positive affirmations or your positive talk or your the healing talk or your or the way you see something and give it to people, or the way you treat the person, is the emotional aspect, the psychological aspect of it. And if this is strong, there's some kind of energy which generates, and it will automatically help. It becomes a pro-healing factor, not an anti-healing factor, but it becomes pro-healing factor and help the body to heal faster. This is one thing. And the third aspect is the energy level aspect. You may not change the body, you may not change the emotion of the patient, of the person who is affected. But if you can really change the energy of it, if you change the energy of the disease process, you will definitely help the healing go faster. I'm telling you this again and again, as a doctor, as a spiritualist, as a Surya Upasak, I'm telling you this again and again. You cannot just vanish anything from this universe like that, because there are always factors which are pro, which are anti. If the anti-healing factors are more, then your healing will become slow. If your pro-healing factors are more, then your healing becomes faster. So those whoever is into this healings, remember this, understand the disease one, understand their emotional or psychological status two, and third, understand their energy level. If you can somehow increase their energy level, the healing becomes faster, the body heals faster, the emotional aspect of the person becomes better, and overall you can see that the pro-healing factors will become more. Once the pro-healing factors are more, you will see automatically the healing happens, because body is designed in such a way that healing is a natural process. All you have to do is remove the anti-healing factors and improve the pro-healing factors. The healing has to happen, and it should happen in an conducive environment. If the environment is kept neat, healing automatically happens. So those who think there is no healing, there is no method to heal and all, no, they are wrong. Healing is there, healing happens. All we have to understand is healing happens if you enhance the pro-healing factors. So this is the underlying base factor for it. Now how do we know that there are pro-healing factors and you have to improve the pro-healing factors, and how do you know you have to reduce the anti-healing factors? So for any injury, your energy is important. That is, suppose there is a cut, there is a wound, and there is bleeding that is happening. Your body will realize the platelets will form a platelet plug, there will be vasoconstriction. The healing happens in a certain rhythmic particular way. there are cellular factors, there are inflammatory factors, etc. So you don't have to be really so scientific to understand each step, but if you know it, you will be able to heal the person better. So you have a gross body, the sthula sharir, the subtle body or the sukshma sharir. So these two are very, very close to each other. So people generally think this body is their body. But if you understand carefully, the sthula sharir also has a manasika sharir, the sukshma body. If you can heal the sukshma body, the sthula sharir, the physical body will heal faster if you can heal the subtle body inside. Okay, so subtle body is your projection of the mind, manas, chitta, buddhi and ahankara. This forms the manasika or the sukshma sharir. And I don't want to go into the ancillary details, but if you can understand this, the gross body, if there is a cut, even animals heal. You don't have to put anything, no betadine, no povidone, no chlorhexidine. You don't have to put any iodine, nothing. It will heal. Healing is a natural process. But if suppose there is a dirt in between, suppose there is the wound is ragged and you know the ends are not approximated, obviously it will heal by secondary intention, or there will be a scar formation, or there is a chance that there will be pus formation. So all doctors do is they remove those dirt, they put stitches and close it, and it will heal. Similarly, if there are anti-healing factors, the body would not heal, the sthula sharir would not heal. Similarly, if there are anti-healing factors for the sukshma sharir, that is, the anti-healing factors are you are worried, stressed, tensed, and you are not believing one healing system. Suppose you are believing in allopathic medicine, believe it totally. Suppose you are believing in a homeopathic medicine, believe it totally. Suppose you are believing in Ayurvedic, believe it totally. But people, they put legs in the multiple boats and they try everything. Allopathy, they will try half, then they will leave it. Homeopathy, they will try half, then they'll leave it. Then Ayurvedic, they try half, they leave it. Then they say, this system of dieting is very good. They diet and then leave it. So you do not leave anything, because that will create a dent in your manasika sharir which says, oh, these things don't work. Once your mind believes, the manasika sharir or the sukshma sharir believes that these things don't work, I'm sure nothing will work for you. Never it will work for you. So first thing is, to prevent anti-healing factors, all you have to do is believe in whatever you are taking in as a medicine, and we believe it 100%. It can be water, it can be pure water, but if you are taking it and believing it totally, that becomes a pro-healing factor. If you don't believe it, what will happen with the water? What will happen with the positive affirmations? Nothing will ever happen. So your belief of the medicine is the pro-healing factor. So compulsory, believe whatever drug you are using. Believe your doctor. Believe your healer. Belief is so important. This is the first pro-healing factor. The second is remove all the emotions and stress related to the condition. Suppose you have a cancer, suppose you have a pulmonary disorder, suppose you have some kind of asthma, suppose you have some kind of immune disorders. Stop stressing out yourself on such things. If you think more, if you stress yourself more, your immune factors will really drop down. You will become immunosuppressive if you are dealing, or if you are stressed, or if you are worried about your condition. So stop worrying about condition, because worry don't solve any problems. So this is the second thing which will become your, suppose you worry and stress out, it will become your anti-healing product. So do not become anti-healing. Okay, so suppose you want to heal better, I want you to really decrease your stress, stop focusing on the disease more, and stop reading about all that nonsense. Give it to the specialist will take care of it. You just have to enhance the pro-healing factors, right? That's the second one. The third and the most important thing is, do not rupture. Suppose there's a wound and you take a pin and daily prick it, will it heal? Similarly, the manasika sharir, the mind body, Suppose if some healer wants to heal you, but every day you doubt it, every day you are like reading about that disease, you are like, oh, this disease is going to kill me, this is a bad disease, I am doomed, I am dead. If you keep pricking that, I am sure you will never heal. You will never heal. And suppose someone is giving you any healing factor, it can be anything. It can be positive words, motivating you, helping you take a healthy lifestyle, or asking you to drink something useful, herbal product, something, anything. Okay, if it is a pro healing factor, increase it. If it is an anti healing factor, decrease it. This will save your life forever. And this, in the same tone, there are people who heal with hands, there are people who heal with water, there are people who heal with words, there are people who heal with mantras, there are people who heal with placebo pills. All this is affecting your Sukshma Sharir, which in turn will affect your Sthula Sharir. Because all your diseases, the chronic diseases, are part of, one is physical aspect, the other is the psychological or emotional aspect. If you can address the emotional aspect, I'm sure your physical aspect will heal faster. Okay, so this is another important point. So the final question to be answered is, will someone heal me with water or with some vibhuti or with some kind of rudraksh or some kind of drugs or medicines? I'm telling you, these are all the pro healing factors. The more you are into the pro healing zone, you will heal faster. No one can vanish your disease, because if your anti healing factors are more, that is, you're worried, stressed, pricking always and fighting with everyone, angry, and your mood disorders, all this will cause delay in healing. And if you are angry, if your mood is disturbed and all, even though they give you the 100% treatment, you will be left out with a dent. You will not heal better, you will not heal faster. But if you really relax well inside, and if you can really understand the pro healing factors and calm down yourself, I'm sure you will be healing faster and better. So water helps, your just thread will help, your intention is most important. So your Sthula Sharir, the mind body which you all experience, that when you are sitting alone, when you are just before on the bed, just before you sleep, you will be talking inside so much. That's your Sukshma Sharir, that body which you form as a personality. And that if it heals, I'm sure your body will heal. So all the pro healing factors I want you to improve, and all the anti healing factors I want you to decrease. Okay, if you have still doubts on pro healing and anti healing factors, please put it in the comment section. I'll be able to list out for you, and that will help you in healing yourself. Suppose you all are experiencing this, I'm glad. If you are not experiencing this healing potential yet, you should really taste this, because you will become invincible if you can start improving your pro healing factors, right? I'll see you in the next video, and until then, mitraaya namaha.